and welcome to this session on turning of round stock and square, hexagonal as per availability on 4-jaw independent chuck and facing operation to correct length. Let us begin with the session.
Let us now take a look at the objectives of the session. At the end of the session, you will be able to true the workpiece in 4-jaw independent chuck using surface gauge. Set the tool in the tool post to the center height. Facing operation on workpiece using a right hand facing tool. Turn the workpiece to the required diameter and length. Measure the diameter and length using outside caliper and steel rule. The tools required are lathe machine, 4-jaw chuck, surface gauge, chuck key, tool post, right hand facing tool, shims, tool spanner, turning tool, outside calipers, steel rule. Let us discuss about tool setting in the tool post. The clamping of tool is to be done in such a way that its axis should be perpendicular to lathe axis, with the tool tip at the center of the workpiece. Clean the tool post seating face and place the shims on the seating face. Place the tool in the tool post on the shims with the rear butting against the wall of the seating face. Tighten the tool with the center screw of the tool post. Remove or add shims and check the height when the tool is tightened by the center screw. Tighten the other two tool holding screws alternately, applying the same amount of pressure. When both the screws have a full gripping pressure, tighten the center screw fully. Check the height once again using surface gauge. Let us discuss about the facing operation using right hand facing tool. Facing is an operation of machining the end of a workpiece that is perpendicular to the rotating axis. Hold the tool in the tool post to the correct center height with its axis at right angles to the axis of the work. Set the machine to about 500 RPM. Start the machine and touch the tool point to the workface at about 4 to 5 mm from the center and set the top slide graduated collar to 0. Feed the tool about 0.5 mm by the top slide inside the face of the work. Feed the tool towards the center of the work by the cross slide until the tool point crosses the center. Advance the tool by a further 0.5 mm inside the work by the top slide. Repeat the sequence until the required amount of material is removed. Let us now discuss about turning operation of round bar. Position the tool on the tool post. Ensure that the tip of the tool and tip of the dead center are on the same plane. Perform truing work using surface gauge and perform facing operation. Perform turning operation for a length of about 40 mm. Continue the turning operation until the diameter of the job reduces to 33 mm. Reverse the job and hold 33 mm side in a 4-jaw chuck. Face the other end by following previously mentioned job sequences and ensure that the total length of the job is to be 81 mm. Set the turning tool on the tool post and ensure that the tip of the tool and tip of the dead center are on the same plane. Perform turning operation for a remaining length. Continue the turning operation until the diameter of the job reduces to 33 mm. Check the dimension with a steel rule and outside calipers. Deburr the workpiece. Turning off square rod. Select the square rod and ensure that the workpiece is 100 mm long and 40 mm square. Hold the square rod in 4-jaw chuck for a length of about 50 mm. Perform truing work using surface gauge. Set the facing tool on the tool post. Perform facing operation. Set the turning tool on the tool post. Perform turning operation to reduce the diameter to 24 mm and to a length of 36 mm. Check the dimension with a steel rule and outside calipers. Deburr the workpiece. Turning off hexagon rod. Select the hexagonal rod and ensure that the workpiece is 120 mm long and having a side of 23 mm. Hold the hexagon rod in 4-jaw chuck for a length of about 50 mm. Perform truing work using surface gauge. Set the facing tool on the tool post. Perform facing operation on one end. Set the turning tool on the tool post. Perform turning operation to reduce the diameter to 24 mm and to a length of 45 mm. Check the dimension with a steel rule and outside calipers. Deburr the workpiece. To recap, we have learned to true the workpiece in 4-jaw independent chuck using surface gauge. Set the tool in the tool post to the center height. Facing operation on workpiece using a right hand facing tool. Turn the workpiece to the required diameter and length. Measure the diameter and length using outside caliper and steel rule.
So that's all about turning off round stock and square, hexagonal aspirability on 4-jaw independent chuck. Hope you have understood the concepts and exercises. See you in the next session.